Welcome back to Pop Top Improves, the series where we struggle to get better at this sport. Now, Justice and Jordan have already had their chance to share with you all what they're working on this off-season and their strategies to do that. Well, now it's my turn to do that same thing with you guys. So I'm just going to be playing a very casual round while I talk to you guys about three things that I'm really trying to focus on this off season, just as for some insight, and also maybe asking for a little bit of help because a couple of things I'm not so certain on. Ooh. That was actually an early release. Really good shot though. So one of the first things that I'm going to be working on, and it's going to be my main focus, and you're probably very tired of hearing this, but it's putting. Yes, putting. What I really want to focus on is circle one putts, but not just circle one putts. Oh my gosh, first putt of the day, no good. Yeah, it's a lame excuse. But not just circle one putts, but really specifically working on what I call a circle of confidence. Yeah, that distance away from the basket where you feel almost 100% confident that you're going to sink it. Now, working on my circle of confidence is something I did a lot last off season, and I got to the point where I was able to increase it from like 15 feet, which I know is pretty lame, but 15 feet to like 20 to 25 feet, to where there were games where I would walk up to a 25-foot putt and feel like, yes, this is something I've been making in practice 9 out of 10 times, so just walk up there and do it. And that really helped me a lot, mainly with eliminating 3 putts. And I'll explain that. Ooh, a little inside. So to get better at, or to increase that circle of confidence, pretty much I would focus on practicing my putts and inside of it and on the edge of my circle of confidence more so than any other putt outside of that. To explain, let's imagine I decided to instead focus the majority of my efforts on practicing my circle 2 or really long putts. Like, that's all I practiced. And I got that up to where I felt like I can make 30% of those long, deep circle 2 bids, which I think is really good. But what's the use in that if I'm missing 70% of the time, and some of those are missing 20, 25 feet away from the basket with a rollaway or just an air ball, and now I'm looking at a putt where I only feel like I have 60% chance to make? That's where those 3 putts come in. Whereas if I'm confident with those 20 to 25 footers, then I can actually walk up to those long circle 2 bids. No, I don't have a high chance of hit it, but feel confident knowing that even if I miss poorly, I'm still going to sink that other putt. And it actually, I think, increases the chance of those circle 2s going in because I feel more confident about giving it a solid bid and not worrying so much about what happens after. Yeah. All right, let's clean that up. Straight at it. Down. Straight at it. I haven't taken a lot of time in doing putting reps, so I need to get back into that. So that's the first thing I'm working on this off this season. Ooh, burned that over. The second thing that I'm going to be working on this off season is actually, I'm going to try to commit to this. I hate committing to this. Working on my forehand. Anyone who plays with me knows that I do not like forehand. Forehands feel weird to me. I can occasionally have some good forehand throws. What I'm going to be focusing on is shorter forehand upshots. Like, I'm going to look at those pumpkins there. All right, that's about what? 150 feet maybe? What I want to be able to do this off season is confidently walk up to a little short forehand shot and be able to just throw a nice flick. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, just like that. A nice little flick throw and get those up shots. But really, I wanted to get up to like 250 feet of comfortableness where I can just do a little standstill forehand up shot. But I'm not really sure how to practice that. I guess I'm looking for advice, how you all work on practicing or improving your short forehand game. You're like your nice, smooth little throws. What exercises do you guys do to improve that? Because I'm kind of in the dark. It's a lot about the wrist, and I try to practice that a little bit, but right now I don't have a solid like plan. Slow down. Oh, a little early. Big old skip. Should have been a zone. Whoa. So just really focus on doing those short standstill forehands, not even worry about the long, big drives. And who knows? I get more comfortable with those. I'll bring out those long drives and maybe even challenge Josiah and take his forehand guide disc. Get around the tree. Oh my goodness. Before I get into my next goal, I kind of want to talk about improving in general as it applies to me. Because disc golf is my passion, and I never want to lose that feeling of always wanting to get a little bit better. And so far, I don't think I'm going to. I don't know when that's going to stop for me, but I always want to be improving at something in my game. And I definitely have that drive. However, while disc golf is my passion, it's not my job, and it doesn't take number one on my priority list. Life has been extremely busy. I have a full-time job. I have 2 growing kids and a wife, and I gotta dedicate most of my time to those things. Disc golf is always gonna come lower down the scale for me with those things. I'm not gonna be able to dedicate as much time as I really probably need to really get better at these things. There we go. Player 2 is much better today for putting. So I just got to be patient, and I think that's something probably a lot of amateur disc golfers run into. Like, yeah, we want to put all this time into meeting all these goals and getting better at the sport, but it's really important to balance yourself, especially if it's a passion that you love to have fun with. Way too much hyzer, didn't give that a chance to flip over. This next year, I'm committed to signing up for MA1 division for events instead of MA2. Perfect. I don't ever practice the little jump putts. That's awesome. Just go in. Oh my god, a tour didn't happen, I guess. No, that was awful. This is a really good hole to kind of explain where I want my forehand to be after this off season, and whatever I do to improve it. Is this hole is like 250 feet out. You got this tree right here where I want to be able to walk up and be able to both choose to do something overstable and like just with honestly a high-speed driver, because I know I don't have the distance to get there, which is sad. But also come up and be like, oh, well, I want to do something maybe understable, like flex it out and come back. So let's try this overstable route. Embarrass myself with my horrible forehand here. I mean, I stayed wide, but let's try to go up the middle here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was great. One thing I'm really noticing with my current forehand is it always comes out on so much anhyzer, even though I'm trying to throw it flat. I don't know if I just feel super uncomfortable, like getting my body down in that like position where it comes out flat. But when I do that, I seem to just sky it. Boom! Easy 15 footer, 10 footer, whatever. I don't know how to tell distance. We're gonna do a few shots with my normal form, and then I'm gonna do a few shots with the one I've been playing around with, and see how that goes. So there's a baby tree out there, just to the right of the screen, and that tree is about 400 feet, just a little bit over 400 feet in distance. So the third and final thing I want to work on is getting more distance, because I feel like that's definitely the one thing I have that I'm most nervous about playing an MA1 in, is that I haven't really hit 400 feet. I did once, but that doesn't count. But I haven't really hit 400 feet with my drives, and I feel like a lot of people that play an MA1, that's becoming their average. So that's something that I'm definitely unsure of. And with my current form, I'm getting close. Like so those last two throws I had with my normal form were just over 300 feet, 308, 311. Pretty normal for me. I don't feel like I'm really pumping my shots really out there really good right now, but that's pretty average. So I'm gonna try my newer form. Not gonna get too much into it, but it includes changing my grip from a fan to a power, and drastically changing how my reach back is. And we'll see if I can even get one released properly, because it feels super alien. But when it does work, I've noticed a lot more power. My goodness. Okay, so, dude. All right, that one went so far, but I didn't release it on the angle that I needed to, which, yeah, that kind of shows, but it felt like it ripped out of my fingers. I'm gonna go see how far that last one was. The other three were absolute trash. So yeah, that last one went an easy 380 feet in the complete wrong direction. I don't think I've thrown in my normal form something 380 feet. And that was 1 out of 4 tries that it went that far, but still way off. If I had released that straight and on hyzer, like, it probably would have gone about 380 feet straight ahead. But it's so out of control. I don't know if I really want to, like, change my form that much, because I like the control I have. But yeah, let me know what you think, if I should keep playing around with that and move forward with it, or just focus on my normal form and trying to perfect that more, maybe get a little bit more hip rotation, or focus on something else other than that. So that's about it. Those are the 3 things that I'm really focusing on this off season: the putting, forehand up shots, and distance. Thanks for sticking with me and joining me on this. This was a lot of fun. It was very chill. Nice to share my thoughts with you all, and I look forward to seeing what you guys all think of that. Yeah, bye.